Welcome to Folding Towels, a podcast for massage therapists with Jackie and David. If you are enjoying our episodes and want to support the production, consider buying us a coffee. Your contributions help us bring you more insightful discussions and expert interviews. Follow the link in the show notes or visit buymeacoffee.com/Folding Towels podcast to contribute, and thank you for your support.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another fun episode of the Folding Towels podcast. Hi David, you're here with me today. How are you going?
Hey Jackie, I'm really well. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. It's nice and sunny today and I'm glad about that, even though I'm inside.
Yes. I am going to head out at some point to get some photons on my skin.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yes. With caution, of course.
With some caution. Excellent.
Yes.
Because we do live in Australia.
We do live in Australia, and I have English heritage and lily white skin, and the Australian sun are not a good combination.
No, they don't mix well.
What is happening today?
Oh, I am so excited. We have a special guest today. We have the lovely Anna Mitchell joining us, and some of our regular listeners might know of Anna because they're in the Facebook groups and they've heard of that accounting stuff. Anna is a very quirky individual. I don't think she'd mind me saying that. She's laughing at me now. She is actually, she has an accounting degree. Let me get this right. She's not a CPA, but she started up as an accountant, working as a systems accountant, which we will explain later. She has been a book writer. Or an author, I should say. She's an author. She has been on long distance cycle tours on a recumbent trike, which we were just talking about off air, and is absolutely fascinating. I didn't know that she did this. She is a huge fan of upcycling, and she has this wonderful course, online courses, which is that accounting stuff, and I'm just absolutely thrilled to chat with her today. Yeah. Hi, Anna.
Oh, I don't know how I'm going to live up to that introduction. I'm going to have to be epic.
It's going to be epic, yes. No, it is.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it.
We love people that have a bit of personality behind them. There is too little time in life to be serious.
Well, I'm happy to say that when I was an accountant in Planet Office, nobody that didn't know that I was an accountant ever believed that I was an accountant when I told them, because they said, you've got way too much personality to be an accountant. And I went, thank you.
Yeah, accountants are not on my short list of people to invite to my birthday party.
Well, they say accountants use their personalities as contraception. So it's quite often true.
She's come out with shots fired.
Shots fired. The entire accounting profession comes at me. All right. So I'm going to qualify that with not all accountants.
It was my accountant popped on his Facebook page at the beginning of the pandemic. Was this little meme which showed accountants are immune to COVID because we're already dead on the inside.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Okay, like I said, not all accountants. I have met a few that have been full of personality, but they are kind of few and far between.
Yeah, were they on crack?
I'm thinking of one in particular, maybe.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
A former premier of South Australia was.
So much editing already, David. Stop it.
Sorry about that.
All right. Before we get into any accounting stuff, the most important question, obviously, is do you have a favourite superhero?
A favourite superhero?
Yes.
But I've never really been into the superheroes thing.
Were you a fan of anybody when you were a kid? You know, like maybe Catwoman or the Incredible Hulk or...
No, I was more of a Garfield chick.
Oh, you're a
Garfield the cat.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to grow up to be a crazy cat lady one, I'm sure.
I'll accept Garfield as an answer.
Garfield was cool. Well, Garfield was funny.
Yeah. I'm a fan.
Yes. It's the only reason for buying the paper until they removed Garfield out of the paper.
Yes.
So forget the news, we're
Yes.
straight to the comic section.
Cat with attitude.
Yep.
Gee, I wonder why I liked him.
I've spent my whole life saying I want to be a cat. Like, they get to sleep all day, they get to find the warm spot in the house and just nap. Like, I mean, what's not to love? So I think Garfield is a superhero anyway, really, when it comes down to it.
Yeah, he was cool. He was my favourite cat.
One thing I didn't mention about your history in the little bio there before was that you have actually been a massage therapist as well, Anna. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that? Because I love the way you describe it.
Well, it was a total accident. I was getting regular massage at one of those walk-in Chinese places in the shopping centres, and I had my accounting career had kind of crumbled. I've lost all my money, but I still had a little bit left. I had like a few grand left. I was still doing the massages because I really needed them, and I just said to the lady who was doing my massage, who was the owner, just as a joke, like, can I be a massage therapist? And she said, yes, go see my husband. So I had a massage with him just to make sure that he was good, and he was, and he was willing to teach me. So it was quite comical, where he spoke hardly any English, and he didn't want to explain things. Like, the Western brain wants things explained, whereas the Eastern Chinese brain just is kind of just feel your way through it. And he goes, don't talk, just feel. So I didn't get much of a technical education, but I did sort of feel my way through it. And then when I moved out of the Chinese massage world, because it was just horribly exploitative, and when I moved into corporate massage and I auditioned for some of the agencies, they'd said, you've got a really nice touch. So I guess that worked. So it was an unconventional path into massage. I just don't seem to be able to do anything the conventional way.
So you did a couple of years, I think it was, of just corporate massage.
Yeah, it was 5 years all up, I think.
Oh, 5. Okay. Yeah.
Just doing workplace seated massage and some of the events. And then I had a few mobile massage clients. So I didn't work in a clinic like a normal massage therapist, but did have that experience. Well, the workplace seated massage, I call it the McDonald's of massage, because it was just production line massage, and nobody really cared about doing anything different. You know, they just come in for their, what I call, and then they go back to their life and whatever they were doing to get so tight in the first place.
It is very production line.
Yeah.
I just realised I probably shouldn't have said that.
You'll upset some people.
Well, you said it was going to be a fun session.
Well, you really have built your life and your career about it, doing things the hard way, like learning the lessons firsthand that we probably don't really want to learn. That's included things like, and as an accountant, you go, oh my God, how did this happen to an accountant? But I've actually have a client who's an accountant where this happened as well. And he is a corporate and a tax accountant. He got 9 years behind on his own tax as well.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Exactly 9 as well. What is it about the 9?
Yeah. So it is a reality that a lot of sole traders are quietly facing, or probably with a bit of shame, and maybe they don't know who to talk to, and some fear about what will happen. But what helped you to turn that around and finally hit submit on your returns?
Well, I kind of had to. I was forced to, because the ATO finally figured it out that I hadn't been lodging any tax returns. I'm actually surprised it took them 9 years to figure it out, but they did, and I finally got that letter that we haven't received your tax returns. Please explain. And I thought, oh my God, I'm going to have to call the ATO. And the second I give them my tax file number, the police are going to come screaming up to the door and cart me off to prison. And so I was in a Facebook group for the Barefoot Investor, and because I got that book and followed some of that stuff, and I posted in there asking saying, this is the situation. What's the ATO like to deal with before I call them? And everyone unanimously said they're the best creditor you could ever hope to have. Like they see this problem all the time. They're so used to it. They don't even bat an eyelid. As long as you're what do you call it? As long as you're honest and trying to fix the situation, they will totally work with you. And so that gave me the courage to get on the phone and call them. And they said, how soon can you get it done? And I went, I don't know. I haven't done my accounting. I don't know what I'm going to have to do, how long it's going to take me.
Could you give me another 10 years, perhaps?
Yeah. I said, maybe 6 months. And they said, well, you've got 3. I was like, okay. So then I, had to basically drop everything and treat it like a job. And it took me nearly 3 months, nearly full time. And I got really, really lucky. An angel from heaven dropped into my lap. In the Barefoot Investor group, somebody commented on the post saying, I'm a tax accountant, and if you need to pick my brains, happy to help you for free, which is great because I couldn't afford to pay an accountant to help me. And I picked that woman's brains clean over the next 3 months and read so many pages of the ATO website and figuring things out, and finally got it all sorted. On the way, I basically created an accounting system. I created a spreadsheet. I was always good at Excel and using Excel in unusual ways. And so I created what I now call a smart spreadsheet to have that entire transaction history there and get all the figures that I needed for the tax returns. And some were paper and some were through MyGov. So, I put it all through that one by one. And then the 2019 one was the last one, hit submit on MyGov. And I was like, that movie Cast Away with Tom Hanks, where he finally makes fire? It's like, I have made fire! That's literally how I felt. Like I was a master of the universe. I could do anything. And it felt so good. And then I looked at what I'd created with the spreadsheet and what I'd learned from all the tax stuff, because I'd always avoided tax stuff. Counting part was fine, but tax is like the cleaning lady. I don't do windows. I'll do everything else, but I'm not doing windows. I was like, I'm not doing tax. So I was like, I actually know something about tax now, and it's not quite as bad as I thought. It's not the big scary monster. It's not nice, but it's not the big, horrible, scary monster that I always thought it was. And I looked at all that and I thought, I'm sure this could help other sole traders. Like all this stuff that I've learned and created to stop it ever getting out of that out of control again. I'm sure this could help other sole traders. And then I started looking around and finding out that this was a very common thing with sole traders. They don't understand this stuff. They're scared of this stuff. They don't do their accounting regularly. The books are a mess. They're behind on lodging tax returns, and nobody's ever bothered to explain it to them.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that people just want to put off as long as they can, I think.
Yeah. And that's what I was doing. I was putting it off. And when I actually sat down to do it, as with so many things, it turns out to be not as hard as you think it was going to be, especially if you've got a little bit of guidance. And then at the end of it, it's like, what was all the fuss about? I could have just done it and it would have been so much easier.
Yeah. I think there's so many of those hard tasks that are like that. You get to the end of it and go, well, that's anticlimactic.
Yeah. Like, what the hell was all this fuss about? It was 100 times bigger in my head than it actually was in reality.
Yeah.
But, but having that guidance from that tax accountant was really good, really comforting. And so now I want to do that for other people.
Yeah. A lot of that money stuff isn't taught at school. It's not taught at home. And if you're just in a 9 to 5, a lot of those things just get done for you. And sure, you lodge your tax return and someone might claim a few dodgy items and the ATO may or may not pick up on that 5 years later. But when it's your own small business, it's a lot more complicated. And I think there is a great deal of shame in asking for help. There shouldn't be. but we are afraid to ask for help. And so, at what point did you decide that you were going to start teaching this stuff?
Well, I think after I hit that button, after I made fire,
Yes,
and looked at everything that I'd created, I thought this could be really useful to other people. The next step was to find someone else and help them and prove that it was useful to other people. And I happened to find a massage therapist who was 11 years behind on her tax returns.
Wow.
And I thought I was bad in terms of being scared of the ATO and avoiding this stuff. She was so messed up by this. She couldn't apply. She and her partner couldn't apply for a home loan because she didn't have her financials. She couldn't get a parenting payment for her first baby because she didn't have her financials for Centrelink. She was so stressed out about it that she couldn't sleep, and she was having counseling for anxiety. She was having issues with a relationship because she was so stressed out. New baby as well. It was a mess, and she was absolutely terrified of even calling she was more terrified of calling the ATO than I was. And so we found an entry point, and I told her my experience with the ATO and what everyone else had said about the ATO, and she got up the confidence to call them, and felt a lot of relief from doing that and getting the process underway. And then rather than just doing it for her and giving her all the answers, I said, well, start with your income because that's a lot simpler than all the deductions. And then once you've got that, you've got a little bit of confidence, and then we'll tackle the other side of the equation. And so she took off. Like she just ran with it. And every time I check in with her, she's like, I've done this, and this, and I've just got to do blah blah blah. And this is awesome, changing. This was actually life changing for her. And then I lost touch with her, but a couple of years later, I tracked her down again, and she said, I've lodged them all, and I can now apply for that home loan. And I can get the parenting payment for my second baby, which she was just about to have.
Yeah.
I thought, this is so cool.
Yeah.
So I had the proof that it could help other people.
It's life changing.
Right, give me more. Give me more. I'm sure there's more. And yeah, I started looking and talking to other people, and more recently I've been talking to like massage associations. And they're all saying, I have no idea where to start. I don't know how to do this. I'm scared of my accountant because they're not a people person. They don't explain things. And the Massage Association said every time we run business webinars, it's that really, really basic stuff that everyone's craving and really asking for.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, cool. Well, I've always been the accountant who can explain accounting to non-accountants, and to the point where I had co-workers in Planet Office saying, you're the only one from finance we want to hear from because you're the only one we can understand. So it's like, somebody should do something about this. I'm somebody. I can do something. I like a good problem.
You're somebody. You can sort it out for us.
And I thought, well, okay, I've got the technical information, but then, like you said, nobody wants to do this stuff. I don't even want to do my accounting. So let's make it fun as well. And so it's not your typical boring accounting course.
Yeah. Either. Perfect. And they say the hardest part about getting started is getting started, but I think the hardest part about getting started is knowing where to start.
Yeah. Agreed.
And we start in a different place to what you might expect. You were saying that there's a lot of fear and shame and all that sort of stuff. So the very first lesson of the very first course, the mini course, is called Get Ready for That Accounting Stuff. And that's like the primer. That builds the foundation of your accounting house. So the very first lesson of that is not accounting at all. It's called Take Out the Trash. And in that we deal with all the head trash that people have around money and accounting. Yeah. And I teach them how to get rid of that so that they can go, oh, okay, maybe I could do this. And then we start with the basics. Because we're people, we're not just looking for information. We're not AI that can just absorb a whole bunch of information. We're people. We've got fears, we've got emotions and shame and ADHD and all the rest of it. So You've got to take a different approach if you're actually going to learn and have that transformation.
As you said before, we're not taught a lot of financial literacy. A lot of our parents struggle with all of this too. And so they don't know how to teach it to us. And so then it does become something shameful because we're meant to know. You're meant to put a tax return through every year. You're meant to know how to, in the old days, it was balance your checkbook and all these things. But a lot of us don't. We're really winging it. And I know, David, you've talked before about owing the tax office a little bit of money, and I currently owe the tax office a little bit of money, and there is, speaking very personally, there is a lot of shame around that. Like, I put my tax return through every year. Sometimes I'm very behind on it, but not 9 years behind. Thank goodness. Because even just hearing that stresses me out.
Yeah.
But there is a lot of shame around not knowing how to do some of these things. So, yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I'm like so happy to chat with you today, Anna, because it is something that like a lot of us being creative, very empathic types in the massage industry, like we are not very good at some of these things. So,
and it's not just the creative empathic types. I mean, the Barefoot Investor book apparently was the most high-selling book in Australian publishing history.
Yeah, wow.
That's how uneducated we are as a nation on the financial stuff.
Yeah.
And the reason the Barefoot Investor book was so popular was, one, he made it really simple. He explained it really well in in layman's terms. And two, he's funny as hell.
Yeah.
So basically, this is the online courses, accounting and tax version of the Barefoot Investor for personal money. The Barefoot Investor was for personal money management, whereas this is for sole traders for accounting and tax.
So you've built a whole ecosystem of courses like accounting kindergarten and tax parties. I feel like I want to go to a tax party now.
You're going to go to a tax party.
Doesn't it actually sounds fun, right?
Yeah. I actually got that idea from the massage therapist who was 11 years behind on her tax returns.
Wow.
She had a friend who would gather up like 4 or 5 friends and get her tax accountant to come out to her house and do their tax returns one by one. So they're having a party in the living room. That's and the tax accountant is in the other room, and you'd go in one by one doing your tax returns with the tax accountant. And I thought that was brilliant. I was like, I'm totally stealing that because I just thought it'd be a great way. Like, once you've gone through the rest of the process and done your accounting for the whole year, we should have a celebration. It shouldn't be just this torturous thing that you scramble at tax time to get it all done, and then you shove it at your tax accountant who you don't really like, and then you try not to think about it again until next year. It's like just let's make it easier, let's make it more comfortable, and then have a celebration at the end of the year and get our tax returns lodged at the same time. I wanted to make it easy. But yeah, she was saying that one year, how she started going this downhill slide was, one year she just didn't get her paperwork ready in time for the tax party, and so she didn't go, and then it just compounded from there. And then it became this big thing that was stressful, and it was compounding and the effects on her life, and it just turned into this horrible monster. So that accounting staff, part of it is not just to teach you the information, but to have the support. So we have the courses like the mini course, and then the spreadsheet course and the software course, and so on. But we also have things like do your accounting sessions, which are monthly online meetups where it's exactly what it says on the tin. You turn up, you do your accounting, you get it done, whatever you need to do that month or at that time, you just sit there and get it done, and turn it into a habit rather than just leaving it all to the end of the year, like so many of us do. And then once you've left it for a whole year and you miss that season like she did, it's very easy for it to just spiral out of control. So I'm trying to put that support in to stop that from happening. The tax parties would be another one, but the main one is do your accounting sessions.
That's so important for a lot of massage therapists, because we spend so much time hands-on, and then we get home or get to the end of the week and we think, oh shit, I've got to figure out go through my zero and reconcile everything. So I'll just do it next week. And then suddenly 6 months have passed and you've got 6 months worth of bookkeeping to catch up on. And yeah,
that's right.
Like you said, it's so easy to spiral out of control.
I always remember a saying, I don't remember where I heard it from, but it was, you're going to blink and it's going to be 5 years from now, or in my case, 9 years from now, and you're not even going to know what happened.
Yeah.
Because there's always going to be something else coming around. I find that I'm always thinking, I'll just get this done and then I'll sit down and do it. I'll just get this thing that's going to take a few days out of the way, or I'll just get through this week because it's a really busy week and then I'll sit down and do it. And the minute you get through the thing, the next thing that you didn't see coming pops up around the, pops up. It was just hiding around the corner. And that just keeps going on and on and on. So you need kind of a pattern interrupt, and that's what the Do Your Accounting sessions are all about, the tax parties, to stop that spiral, arrest that spiral.
It's one thing to be overwhelmed and not lodge a statement, but I think one of the things that Australians love more than sledging umpires of the football is tax avoidance. And I have an accountant and I have a bookkeeper, and I remember one day my bookkeeper, my phone lit up. It's like, oh, it's the bookkeeper. I won't answer that call. I'll just ignore this for a little bit. And the phone kept ringing. It's like, David, what are you doing? What you're doing is not right. It's like, it's my money. I can do what I want with it. It's like, no, what you're proposing is illegal.
Be fair to the tax office, they don't really put sole traders in jail. Like, no. It's a very rare thing.
They're like big corporations.
Yeah. Like they are very generous in their as you said, they're a good creditor to have if you have to have one. But yeah, like you're not going to jail if you only owe them a couple of years of tax returns.
What you said, if you just owe them a couple of years of tax returns, I would agree with that. But I think where they get pissy, when they get really angry, is when you're actually trying to avoid tax. So
yes.
That's when you said tax avoidance, I thought, did you mean just avoiding doing your accounting and taxes, or actual tax avoidance? Tax evasion is
that is a crime.
Sorry, tax avoidance is legal because that's just using the government's rules to minimize your tax. So that's playing by the rules, but getting the best benefit you can. But tax evasion is where, like, not declaring income and that sort of thing, whatever you were trying to do, which I'm not going to ask. That's illegal, and I think that would be the point where the ATO starts getting, stops being nice.
It wasn't too serious, but in the words of the accountant, it's like everyone should pay tax. Everyone should pay tax, not more than they should, and not any sooner than they ought to.
Yeah,
because there's people who unnecessarily give up income. But yeah, so I was doing something a little bit dodgy. Just a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit.
Yeah, no, I don't do that. But I kind of like winning by playing the game. Rather than trying to cheat. See how good you can get at winning by playing the game.
Yeah.
So that's where you work with a tax accountant and you say, okay, minimize my tax, but do it legally, but use the government's laws against them. And that's what all the rich people do. They just find all the loopholes and structure things in the way that minimizes their tax legally.
Yeah.
Yes, they do some shady shit as well, but so do low income people.
Yeah.
Well, you said something to me last time we talked recently, Anna, which was that most people think that accounting equals tax returns, but it's not. And that was like, I mean, I know that. I knew that personally, but that was just like a real lightning moment for my brain. My brain went, oh, actually, yeah. Do you want to elaborate on that a little bit? Because I think that's a really important point. There's a big difference between doing regular accounting and bookkeeping and actually doing a tax return.
Yeah. And I've actually just put up a blog post. The very first top blog post on my website is called Accounting is Not Tax. And that's the one that the AMT has just published on their blog. I wrote a version specifically for massage therapists for them, whereas the one on my version is just a generic one for sole traders. But the first thing I want to tell everyone is that accounting is not tax. It's not doing your tax returns. And so tax is for the grubby mint, as I call them. And that's just to let them know how much of your hard-earned money that they can get their grubby mitts on for this year. And it's just something that you have to do, but it's not something that actually benefits you in your business. It's like issuing an invoice to a client at the end of a massage. It's just a compliance thing, something you want to do. It'll help if you don't have a high caps machine. It'll help them get a bit of coin back from their health fund. It's handy if you get audited by the ATO because you can prove that you invoice this much. But in terms of you and your business and running your business and making it better, it's just really not that much use. Whereas accounting is specifically for you, the business owner, to understand your business better and to make better business decisions. So it's like, I'm trying to think of a massage analogy. I'll have to sit with that one. But yeah, it's about getting to know your business and from a financial point of view, rather than just sticking your head in the sand and wondering why you're not making so much money, why you're struggling to pay the bills.
Well, it's no different to us doing an intake at the start of the session. Why are you here? Where do you hurt today? Can you point to it? What have you tried before?
Yeah, rather than just jumping in and hoping that you get the right muscles.
Yeah.
My empty bank account hurts.
Your empty bank account hurts. Well, that's part of cash flow management, which is part of accounting. You manage your money's in and money's out so that your bank account doesn't hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
So that you've got enough money to pay the ATO, like you said, you were behind on your income tax bills, so that you've got enough money for that, so that you've got enough money to put aside for your super, so you don't blink and it's 55 years later and you've got no super.
Almost every massage therapist in Australia just went, oh, shit,
it's going to happen. It's going to happen. What am I now? 55 and I've got no super. We have very little super because I didn't pay attention to it. Yeah. Like I said, I've made every money mistake you can, apart from debt. I never really got heavily into debt. That's the one thing I didn't do.
That's good.
And I thank God for that. I mean, did just about everything else wrong, but I didn't become a credit card junkie and mortgage myself up to the hilt and stuff like that. I haven't actually had any debt for about 15 years, and it is wonderful.
It's good.
It just takes so much stress off. But even not having the debt, it was always bad money management. And when I sold a unit when I moved from Perth to Melbourne. I sold my unit in Perth at the height of the mining boom, walked away with a $250,000 windfall, but because I didn't manage my money properly, I didn't invest it in super. I didn't want to, that was all too hard. I don't want to, I just left it in the bank account and I lived off it. And all of a sudden it was 5 years later and it was all gone.
Oh dear.
It will happen.
Oh dear.
Cash flow management is really important. Doing your accounting so that you know how much you're spending, how much you're making, how profitable, if you're profitable, because a lot of businesses actually aren't profitable or they're just getting by. And you might actually be better off with just having a job because you're really not making any money. But you don't know that if you're not doing your accounting. You know something's wrong, but you don't really know what's going on. So this is a whole other world to just doing your tax return.
Yeah. There's a couple of blogs on your website. One is about deliberately keeping your income under 75K. This is a recommendation we see pop up on Facebook all the time. So you don't have to pay GST. It's not worth it. GST, it does hurt. Every time I pay my GST bill, it's like, oh, I liked that money better in my bank account rather than their bank account. And the other one is around... And again, this is something that there's massage therapists wear it as a badge of honor is, I haven't raised my rates in 5 years. What are you doing?
Why?
Everything else has gone
Do you
up.
like being poor? I was poor for a decade and I did not like it. It made me very, it had its upside. It made me very resilient and creative, and I can get all sorts of things for free. But I didn't like it. I don't like it. Why would you deliberately do that to yourself? If there's a way that you can't, you don't have to. Why is it a badge of honor? Tell me.
I don't know. I think it's a Robin Hood type thing, except that they're not robbing the rich to give to the poor. They're robbing themselves to give to the poor.
So it's a spiritual, I'm too spiritual for money kind of thing. Yeah.
There is an element of that. Absolutely.
Yeah, actually, I just remembered I do cover that in that article because when I was talking to the AMT, they were the ones that originally invited me to write these posts. And the one that you're looking at, David, is just a generic version of what I wrote for them. So they said massage therapists are notorious for this, for not doing their accounting, keeping their income under 75 because they don't want to deal with the GST, and not raising their prices.
Yeah.
And that's not doing business. That's having a hobby job, basically.
Yeah.
That's if you're going to be a business owner, if you're going to do business, do business.
I think it is getting a little bit better now. People are really starting to think about that more and understand that we have to live. The cost of living is very expensive in Australia now compared to what it used to be 10, 15 years ago, I think. But definitely a lot of people are like, oh, but I'm helping people. I'm a creative. I'm an empath. I'm spiritual. I need to, have good karma and all this. And it's like, well, you still need to live. You still need to price your sessions accordingly so that you can actually live. And there's nothing wrong with having a little bit left over at the end of the day and being a profitable business.
I am more than happy to make a ton of money because then I can help more people. I can help myself. I can help my loved ones. I can help my friends. I can help homeless people. Homelessness is a cause that's very, very close to my heart because I was homeless for 4 years. And I can help food banks is another one because I was very big on dumpster diving and food waste, and food banks are a great way to avoid food waste and help low-income people at the same time. So it's like the more money I have, the more people I can help. Who am I helping if I'm, living on the poverty line?
Yeah.
Not, I'm hurting myself because I can't pay my bills.
Yeah.
And in a way, I'm hurting my clients as well because that stress has, if you want to talk energy, that stress has an energetic weight.
Yes.
And people can feel it. And you don't do your best work when you've got that layer of stress weighing you down.
Absolutely.
It's like you can't be the best parent, you can't be the best partner, you can't be the best professional. When you've got that kind of stress.
Yeah, money stress is one of the biggest destroyers of relationships.
Absolutely.
Whether it be an absence of money or someone who has not managed money well on gambling, drugs, what have you.
Yep.
Or just two people trying to get by, and that living in that survival mode day in, day out.
Yeah.
Survival mode is not where you do your best work.
No.
Absolutely not.
So, if you think you're being spiritual, but you're on the poverty line or you're only making 50 grand a year, which is not even the median income, by the way. It's more like 80, I think it was 86 or something. You're not doing your best work. So how are you helping people?
Yeah.
You help people better by doing your best work.
Yeah.
And you do your best work by being in the best shape physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially that you can be.
Yes.
100% agree. So, Anna, tell us about your courses, please, and thank you. What have you got for us? You have mentioned a few bits and pieces already, but what have you got? How can we become an accounting hero, as you say?
Yeah. If you haven't seen that, the promise is it's not just an information dump. I'm not just throwing a bunch of accounting information at you. They're transformation courses. Yep. So that means I take you from accounting zero dazed, confused, no idea what you're doing, to accounting hero. It's a hero's journey, like in the movies. And I'm the wizard that helps the hero, that sort of guides them and helps them on their journey. I can't do your journey for you. You have to do that. But the reason it's courses and not one course is because this stuff is already overwhelming for people. So I've broken it down into sort of baby steps. And that's what you were talking about, David, with the accounting preschool, the accounting primary school, accounting high school, accounting university. And you will notice if you look at the courses, actually, I don't think I've put this up yet, but the tax stuff is accounting university. We don't start with that. We work our way up to that because that is quite complicated at times. So you'll go through the other stages, and the idea is to take some baby steps. Go through preschool with your crayons, because we're going to learn stuff. We're going to learn accounting with crayons and fridge magnets and singing and all this sort of stuff, like you do in preschool. Get that confidence. Get a little bit of confidence, and then you go, oh, okay, that wasn't so bad. Let's go do the next step. So then we're going to go off to accounting primary school, learn how to use a spreadsheet, do our basic bookkeeping and software, that sort of thing. And then high school is, okay, we've got the basics down. So then let's do some additional things like the cash flow stuff, the budgeting stuff to make things even better, get an even better financial grip on our businesses. And then we go to university and deal with the tax stuff, understanding the tax returns and deductions and all that sort of thing. So it's a journey. Like I said, it's a hero's journey, rather than just, here's the accounting course. It's got 57 lessons and you'll be lucky if you get past lesson 3 because you died of boredom. Or it was just, you'd be lucky if you even started it because you looked at it and went, oh shit, there's 57 lessons. This is too much. So the idea is to make it easy, baby step your way through it, and make it fun as you go.
Even just looking at your website is fun. I haven't even done any of your courses yet, but reading your blogs and looking at the website, it's fun, it's colorful. And I described you in the beginning as quirky, and that totally comes through with just looking at the website. So, yeah.
Well, that's deliberate. I didn't want it to look like a typical accountant's website or accounting courses website, because they're not, and accounting is boring. And, if the website's boring, you're not going to want to read it. And if the course is boring, you're not going to want to study it.
Yeah.
And if doing it is boring and you're doing it alone with no help and, there's, you're just leaving it next month, that's boring and it's stressful.
It is. Yeah.
So I wanted to make it fun. I wanted to make it it doesn't have to be boring. Yes, accounting is not the most exciting thing in the world. I'm not going to sit here and say it's great. I'll teach you to love numbers, because I can't do that. I don't want to do my accounting either. I could name at least 50 other things I'd rather be doing. And that's what I'm actually doing at the bottom of it, the blog posts. Thing number 1 I'd rather be doing instead of my accounting.
Yeah.
Teaching, watching YouTube videos, cleaning the litter tray.
Oh, I don't know. That's a bit of a toss-up for me.
Well, I'm looking at my actions. I clean the litter tray more often than I do my accounting. So therefore, by judging by my actions, I must want to rather do that than do my accounting.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because actions tell the truth.
Wouldn't it be great if doing the money stuff came with a reward rather than just a bill at the end?
That would be amazing.
Like gamify, or
it does come with a reward.
You don't go to jail.
What did I tell you when I hit submit? No. What did I tell you when I hit submit on my last tax return? I have made fire. It comes with a reward of feeling like you can do anything. And it doesn't even, sometimes it's a little bit indirect. I had one lady do my spreadsheet course, and she runs an Airbnb, and she ended up, she absolutely loved the spreadsheet course. And she said, oh my God, I really need to get my shit together after seeing this. And it's not as hard as I thought it was going to be. But she ended up not doing her accounting herself. She ended up giving it to her husband, because her husband had some sort of mild financial background. He might have worked in a finance department at some point in his career, and knew how to use the MYOB software that they had. But just doing the spreadsheet course, she said that it gave her so much confidence that I went and applied for I think it was some sort of government grant, which she never would have done before. And she ended up getting the grant, and that helped her to grow her business.
Oh,
That's
wow.
fantastic.
Having that confidence and just mastering something can give you the confidence to go and master lots of other things as well.
Yeah.
So you do get a reward. It's not always obvious. It's not just avoiding pain. It's actually gaining confidence and mastering other things. There's other rewards in knowing that your business is running smoothly. You've got the money to pay your bills. You've got the money to pay your taxes. You've got the money that you're putting aside super. So you've got that comfort that you're going to have something in old age. You've got the money to go on that holiday each year, have a break, and not have to worry that you're not going to be able to pay the bills because you've saved that money up. You've put it aside because you've increased your prices and, you've made more money and stuff like that. So there's a lot of reward. People don't even realize it because they're too focused on the pain of the process.
Yeah.
But like I say, every gift has its price. Every price has its gift. So you go through that process, you get the reward. If you avoid it, you just get the pain.
That's such a great point, actually. Yeah. I guess I didn't think about it like that, but that is a really good point. I just wanted somebody to give me a gift, really. So.
Yeah.
You want a gift? All right, I'll work that into the tax parties. Well, I think a party's a pretty good gift.
When I click the buttons and my accounts will reconcile that. You remember playing solitaire and the cards would bounce across the screen?
Yeah.
And like this massive dopamine fix. Why doesn't Xero do something like that?
I'll see if I can work that into the course platform.
But we need to give Xero and MyOb some feedback on that. We need like an internal inside the computer glitter bomb or something.
Don't even get me started on boring
fireworks on the screen.
Don't even get me started on boring accounting software. Exactly like you said the other day, Jackie, about Rounded. You like it because it's pretty.
It's gorgeous and you
were
so
embarrassed.
easy to use.
You were embarrassed by that, and I said, no, that's actually really, really important. And my spreadsheet is pretty for that reason.
Nice.
But I actually quite like that. The other thing with that accounting stuff, it's going to be audience led. So if you come up to me with something like that, when I was in Planet Office as a systems accountant, sort of troubleshooter, go-to girl kind of person, people would come up and say, "Can you do this?" And I'd never even thought of doing that, but I go, "Yeah, that could be good. That could be cool. Let's go do that." So I'd figure out how to do it and give it to them. And they go, "This is great. Can you do this?" So that's what I'll be doing. So if people want stuff like that, just bring it to me and I'll see if I can make it happen. And if the software companies won't do it, well, we'll just create our own accounting system for people with ADHD and who want bright lights and pretty colours and all the rest of it.
Yep.
Well, that is a really good point about some of the accounting software, that it is designed for accountants more than sole traders and freelancers. And I did try Xero. I had Xero for about 4 months. And after the first month, I'm like trying to figure it out and look through all the things and reconcile everything and do what I meant to do. I thought, oh God, like it's just everything looks grey and bland and awful. And I actually love pretty things. Like that was something that's really important to me. Things have to be colourful or beautiful or have a little bit of personality. And by the time I got to I've paid for the 4th month of using Xero. I hadn't been on it for 2 months because I just can't do this. I don't understand it. It's too hard to use and I don't want to look at it. And then I signed up for Rounded and I'm like, it's so pretty. I love it. And I'm up to date.
That's why Rounded is doing really well.
And this is the question that comes up so frequently: is what is the best software to use? And a common, like people just reply with one-word answers. Well, not one word, because they're saying, I use Xero.
Yeah.
Why? I use MyOb. Why?
Yeah.
I use Sage. Why? And no one goes into in depth as I like using this because, And it is a personal choice. You need to go into these systems and try them. They all have slightly different workflows that may or may not match the way that your brain works. It's why I use Clinico as my client management system. It's why I use Zero, because they function the way that my brain does. And that's fantastic. If they came with instead of just the bland words of your accounts are up to date, boring, and the cards bounce across the screen, that would be epic. I'd be down for that. But the
accounting software manufacturers, are you listening?
The workflow matches the way that my brain functions, and that is why I use the things that I do.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
I'm going to actually give a little plug for Rounded because it is an Australian-owned company, I believe. It's very colourful. It is very easy to use. It is designed for sole traders and freelancers. So if you are just a single person running your own business, it is perfect for you. And it is actually a little bit cheaper than Rounded as well. So hopefully I remember to tag them in the social media posts as well and see if we can get a little collab happening.
Yeah. Well, yeah, when I looked at Rounded, I thought I can see why this appeals to sole traders.
Yeah.
The thing with accounting software is, and we go into this more in the mini course in lesson 4 about accounting systems. But the core thing you want to understand with accounting systems is there's 2 types. There's the traditional accounting system, which is a double entry system, the proper accounting, which we don't do at that accounting stuff because you don't need it, and it's too confusing for people who don't want to be accountants and bookkeepers. They're the things like your zeros and the MYOBs, and the double entry system will give you a full set of financial reports. So your profit and loss, your balance sheet, your cash flow, age debtors, all that sort of thing. And they are the ones that tend to look more boring. Okay, they're designed for accountants and bookkeepers. And then there's been a new breed in the last few years that are specifically designed for sole traders because of that exact reason. It's too confusing. I don't understand it. It's fucking ugly, you know. And so I don't need all that stuff is the other one. I don't need all this blah 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 blah. So they've come out, and this is software like Rounded, QuickBooks Self-Employed. There's 2 versions of QuickBooks. One is QuickBooks Online. That's the double entry version. The QuickBooks Self-Employed is like the Rounded for sole traders. And they're single entry accounting systems. So you will only get a profit and loss statement out of them, which is what most sole traders, that's all they need. So they've become very popular because they're designed specifically for sole traders. They're a lot simpler. They're a lot more intuitive, and they're pretty.
Yes.
And so they are gaining in popularity. And my spreadsheet, I followed that concept. My spreadsheet is a single entry system, and it's pretty. It's got loads and loads of different colors, and it's simple. It's not just a sheet of numbers, and it's not full of formulas and stuff like that. It is designed for people who don't like looking at spreadsheets. Just like Rounded is designed for people who don't like looking at boring accounting systems like Xero.
Perfect for me.
Yeah. Xero is a bit funny. Like, some sole traders love Xero, and some sole traders absolutely hate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they often end up on it because their accountant just automatically puts them on Xero.
Yeah.
Yes.
To be fair to Xero, I can see that it does work, and I do hear that people love it. Like, if you ask the question, as David said, in the Facebook groups, a lot of people are using Xero, and it is a good accounting software. I just didn't like it. That was a personal thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's always going to be a personal preference of what fits you and what fits your business.
Yeah.
And if you want to encourage yourself to do your accounting, and you like a pretty screen, then go with a pretty screen.
Yeah.
But Xero is, I guess I call it the iPhone of the accounting world. It does everything, Sorry, not the iPhone, probably Android, because it's not pretty. But it does everything. It integrates with just about everything. And integrations are really, really useful if you can get them. Rounded is very limited because they're a much smaller software team.
Yeah.
And so they don't have a lot of integrations with your things like your Clinico and Splos and all that sort of stuff. So that's the downside of those sorts of things. Whereas Xero, they've got your hub doc that scans your receipts and creates your entries, your accounting entries from your receipts and that sort of thing. They integrate with just about everything on the app store that's miles long.
They do.
But, it's like everything. If you could take a bit of this one and a bit of that one and merge them all together, you'd have a great one. But then it wouldn't be great for everyone because a massage therapist needs are different to a tradie's needs, So.
Well, you've mentioned your pretty spreadsheet a few times, and in asking the question, what accounting system should I be using? Well, the spreadsheet it's perfect. It is for many people all that you need. And in most cases, it's free.
Yeah. Like you said, it depends what you need. But if you've just got a really simple sole trader business and you're not registered for GST and all you need is to record your income and expenses off your bank statement, that's what it does. That's what a spreadsheet does. Where my spreadsheet is different to the typical spreadsheet that you get from the ATO or your accountant is that it's designed to minimize or eliminate data entry. So you're not recording your transactions one by one. I looked at the ATO's spreadsheet, their income. They've got one for income, one for expenses. And I went, oh my God, is it 1992? This is garbage. Dude, I'm not going to sit there and key in all my transactions when I've got online banking that I can just dump things out of, which is what accounting software does anyway. You hook up your bank feeds and it pulls your transactions in for you.
Yeah.
Why would you record every single transaction when your bank's already done that for you? Really? Seriously?
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, it's designed to mimic that aspect of the accounting software where you dump in your bank statement, your bank transactions. I teach you some Excel fancy footwork to make that quick and easy. I teach you some more footwork. I've set it up so that you can classify your transactions really easily. We create a list of recurring transactions similar to accounting software so that you don't have to remember every month how you classified that thing last month. And then that promotes accuracy, consistency and accuracy as well. And then I've set it up to spit out a profit and loss statement for you. And at the moment, I'm working on how to get it to do your GST, your BAS return figures. And I've also used it to get my income tax return figures. Because the thing that you can do with a spreadsheet that I haven't seen accounting systems be able to do that at all or as easily is you can have dual classifications. So you can have a category for your profit and loss for your business owner to analyze your business. You can have a different set of categories for your BAS return, which would be the categories on the BAS statement. And then you can have a different set of categories for your income tax return. And I like multifunctional solutions. So my spreadsheet doesn't just give you a profit and loss. It's like, what else can it do? What else can it do?
Oh, sounds very interesting.
So that's still in development, but the core of it, the profit and loss stuff is ready.
We will leave a link to your spreadsheet course in the show notes.
Thank you.
Absolutely, we will.
And we're gonna make
it in there.
We're gonna make it fun too, because that's where you go to. What do you call it? I call myself the Accountress of Hogwarts. So we're going to go to the Hogwarts Wizard Accounting Academy, Hogwarts Accounting Academy, and learn to be accounting wizards. so because you what do I say? You are capable of far more than you think, young Harry or Harriet Potter, and I'm going to prove it to you. So we make that one fun by having a Harry Potter theme, and when we've done all our recording and classifying, and we're ready to produce the reports, we'll sit there and go wave our little magic wands and say, I forgot the words. I forgot the magic words. Prophetess reporters, financier revelio. Give me my numbers. Magic spreadsheet thing. So yeah, I'm just trying to make it as fun as possible because it's dry. It is dry. And if you're not a numbers person, you got to do something to make things fun. You got to turn it into an adventure.
Yeah. Before we wind up, I want to ask you, Anna, because I don't think we talked about this in the beginning. You have actually traveled between some fairly distant places on a recumbent trike. You've cycled around parts of Australia, and I just wanted to get you to talk about this a little bit because it's really interesting. And I knew that you'd done this, but I had no idea where you'd gone. Like you've done 3 trips, I think it is.
Yes, just like I don't do accounting like a normal accountant, I don't do cycle touring like a normal cycle tourist. So yeah, I hate cycling. I hate walking. I'm lazy.
You hate cycling?
Yeah,
How?
but that's the thing. I rode 5,000 k's around different parts of Australia, and people go, "Gee, you really must like cycling." I go, "No, not really. I just like traveling." And but I wanted to do slow traveling, and cycle touring and hiking is the way to do that.
Yeah.
But I was not going to ride on one of those god awful upright bikes with the little wedgie seat that makes your bum go numb inside of an hour, and quicker for me because I'm heavy as hell, and leaning on your wrists and on the handlebars and craning your neck up to see things. So I bought myself a recumbent trike, which is one of those funny looking 3-wheeled laid back bikes, and otherwise known as an armchair on wheels. And I did a few solo cycle tours and 1 long distance hike. And this was mostly in West Australia. So the first one was from Perth to Albany, 1,200 k's, I think. The second one was from Darwin to Port Hedland. It was about 3,200 k's. And then when I was moving to Melbourne, I rode from Adelaide to Melbourne via Kangaroo Island and the Great Ocean Road. And then the hike was the Bibbulmun Track in Western Australia, so from Perth to Albany. So I rode from Perth to Albany. It wasn't enough torture, so I decided to walk it as well.
Why not?
Why not?
Was it pretty though? That's the real question.
Well, it wasn't pretty in terms of me groveling around on the floor at the end of the day doing my stretches.
The scenery.
Of course. Yeah, I think my favourite was up north with that really red dust and the boab trees and the gorges, Kununurra and all that sort of area. I did a couple of short paddling trips as well.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
That's a true adventure.
Yeah. Well, the thing with the recumbent trike is that you kind of have to stick to the main roads. It's a little bit hard to go on the dirt roads.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did go up some dirt roads. I went up a sand road, a bit of 4-wheel driving.
Oh my
the recumbent trike version of 4-wheel driving where you let all your tires down and so on. But yeah, it was something unusual. And then I wrote a book about it called Fat Chick Goes AWOL because I did it all weighing 130 k's, 130 kilos.
Yeah.
And it was basically the story of a fat chick that does things that fat chicks don't normally do and an accountant that does things that normally accountants don't do.
You are a little off the beaten path in life, just a little.
Yeah. But so this is basically Fat Chick Goes AWOL does teachers accounting.
And that was what your book was about as well, wasn't it? It was your adventures because you have published a book.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's called Fat Chick Goes AWOL. And that was about the first 3 trips. So the cycle tour to Albany, the cycle tour up north, and the long distance hike.
Yep. Cool. You are an absolute riot to talk to.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't scare you. I'm glad I'm not an accountant that scares people.
No, absolutely
no,
not.
I definitely don't want to be that accountant. So I call myself your accounting mama, and everyone's my little accounting babies. And I teach you to walk, and then stand up, and then walk, and then run, bit by bit, baby steps.
When it comes to money questions, there are no questions that are off limit with you. Which you should have no hesitation in asking the scary things.
Yep. If I don't know the answer, I mean, I've been asked a lot of questions when I was working as an accountant in Planet Corporate, and I don't know, but I'll find out for you, or I'll figure it out for you. It's not a shame to say I don't know, and I don't know why people do that. You don't know, just ask. Someone knows.
Somebody knows, absolutely.
Someone knows. You just got to find that someone.
Yeah.
And there's a lot, like I said, there's a lot of people who don't know this stuff, and that's why the Barefoot Investors book was the highest selling self-published book in Australian history.
Yeah.
People don't know. They just need, but it's not like you're stupid because you don't know. It's just that nobody's ever explained it to you in a way that you can understand.
That's it.
You know, it's either they haven't taught you at all, that it hasn't been taught in the massage schools, it hasn't been taught in high school, or if your accountant's bothered to explain it to you, which they often don't. There is a new breed of accountant now where they actually work with you and they teach their clients, but there's still a lot of that old breed of accountant where it's like, I just want to do your tax returns, I just want to do your accounting, I don't want to talk to people. You know, I want to talk to you. Send me your stuff, I'll do your return and send you the bill. And if you ask them questions, they'll get really shitty, and if they do explain it to you, they explain it in accountantese that your average sole trader doesn't even understand. So I've never been the typical accountant, so I figured I'd use my mad skills and my personality to help people get on top of the accounting stuff. So that they can have a better business.
Well, this has been a fabulous conversation.
And a much needed one.
Oh, good. Yeah, I get that feeling.
Yes.
So, yes, come to me, my little accounting babies. Let's make life better.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, there is no need to fear the ATO.
Let's make fire.
Yes.
So we are going to put some links in the show notes for everybody. We will pop up the website and the link to the courses and some of your social media as well. And do you have, no pressure whatsoever, but do you have a little mates rates thing happening at the moment for us, for anyone listening, rates. Anna? Or do you want to do like a 5% off or something? Or
well, the mates, the current special, because we're still in launch mode.
Yep.
The current specials, if you go to the website courses page and then click on the links for the courses that are available, you'll see all the current launch specials. So they're pretty special.
Okay.
But for mates rates, I reckon I might throw in a little coaching session for the first 4 people who enroll in the spreadsheet course.
Nice.
So on top of the for the spreadsheet course at the moment, you'll get the mini course for free as well. You'll get your first do your accounting session for free. And if you come through one of my mates, I'll throw in a 1-hour one-to-one coaching session as well.
That's very kind of you.
For you guys, if you just use the code TOWELS, TOWELS, I'll add that in for you.
Wonderful.
Sweet. We love hanging out with you, Anna. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. You guys are fun too.
We don't want life to be boring. We want
this was my first podcast and I was really, really nervous. It's just been fun. It's like, let's do some more.
You've done amazing, and it has actually been a joy to talk to you about accounting stuff. So,
all right.
Look, if I'm saying that, it must be
that's something like, you don't hear every day.
Yeah, like I hate accounting stuff, so like you're okay in my book.
Excellent.
If you do come onto one of the courses, I understand that there are fridge magnets, wizard costumes, and colouring in. Is that correct?
You can have as much fun as you want. Yeah, the mini courses like teaching the financial statements with fridge magnets.
Yeah.
We have some sample financial statements with a bit of fun, like wandering hands, mobile massage, balance sheet, that sort of thing. You create your own profit and loss statement using crayons and glitter pens and whatever takes you fancy.
So there must be a trip to Officeworks involved as well.
Yeah. People have used their grandkids' colouring pens and all sorts of things.
Yeah.
I'm just going to head
The
down.
assignment is to make me laugh. Mock up your profit and loss statement, but make me laugh.
Love it.
All right. Well, we're going to wind this.
One person sent it through with glitter, all done in glitter pens.
Well, we're going to wind this one up. If you have enjoyed today's episode, why not like and subscribe to the Folding Tales podcast so that you never miss an episode? If you are listening on Apple iTunes or on Spotify, please leave us a rating. That would help us ever so much to help us get found by more people just like yourself. And we will see you in the next one.
Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. We have had a blast today. I hope you have too.
Thanks for joining us, Anna.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
See ya.